Good afternoon and welcome to Target Center in Minneapolis in the State 4A Boys Basketball Tournament final quarterfinal of the day. Number 6 Anoka against number 3 Shakopee. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin courtside, and Joe, a big opportunity for the Tornadoes. It's been a long time coming.
Long awaited, 32 years. Whitney Houston's song, I Will Always Love You, was the #1 hit.
How about
in
that?
1993. But I will tell you, it's a team that's worked hard their whole season and starting to play even their best game of the season as this gets deeper into the schedule. They come in 23-6. They've stacked 4 consecutive wins and played better, including Podani. I don't know how much more he can play better, but he's averaging a double-double in section play, 20 points, 10 rebounds through the 3 games in section play. So they're geared up, ready to go, and it's a team that certainly has plenty of contributors and matching height. We get a look at the brackets here, Steve, for this Class 4A matchup.
And we have games already in the books. Earlier today, #1 seed Creighton-Durham Hall beat Rochester John Marshall 69-57. And then Maple Grove blew out Apple Valley. The Crimson win big 74-51. And, of course, Maple Grove knocked off Champlin Park in that Section 5 final, Joe. Maple Grove's playing really well.
Oh, they are. Maple Grove actually held Anoka to their lowest offensive point total this year in that 60-51 loss that Anoka had to Maple Grove. They're playing extremely well.
Wayzata holds off the Moorhead Spuds 61-52. And the winner of this game will play the Wayzata Trojans on Thursday night at Williams Arena in the semifinals. Great opportunity for the Tornadoes, but Shakopee they got a big guy. The Tornadoes certainly can get up and down the floor and defend well, but they've got to deal with Tommy Augie inside.
They do. Tommy Augie also along with Luke Worley, who comes in averaging 17 points a game, and Eli Schroeder as well at 15. But they've got a lot of scores and a lot of things run through their big fella at 6'10" in Augie. That would be kind of that key, not having someone at that height for Anoka. But I'll tell you what, this team has chemistry. The Tornadoes, major chemistry, as they have played together most of their career, but also as part of the football team as well for the majority of them. And I think they're ready for this challenge.
The Anoka Tornadoes first appeared in the state tournament way back in 1948. 3-time champs, 73, 81, and 92. Shakopee has a title on their resume in 2005. The Friday over at Williams Arena and championship Saturday over at Williams Arena. All right, Joe, let's talk more about that Tornadoes starting lineup.
Hey, Tornadoes, and you're looking at Brody Lackinen, 6'4", junior, and averaging 4 points a game. Then you have Dominic Bakit, 6'3", senior, 7 points a game. Peyton Podani, a 6'4" senior, will play ball next year at St. John's. He leads the team not only with 20 points a game, but with 7 rebounds a game, 6 assists per game, 3 steals per game, and then just hitting it well. And then Dre Ellis, I even started to call him Dre Trey. The 5'11" junior has been smoking from three-point range. He leads the team this year with 55 three-pointers made, including 7 that have come in section play. And then there's Troy Borchers. Borchers, 6'3", a senior as well, 15 points a game. But Steve, he's a stopper defensively, and he was able to stop Dreesen for Centennial, who was averaging 24 points a game in that section final, and shut him down to just 6 points for the night.
For the Sabres in black, it'll be Eli Schroeder, Luke Worley, Devin Pass, Tommy OJ, and Isaac Cordes. And they have 3 players that average in double figures. Worley leading the way at 16.8. Tornadoes in white, maroon numerals. As Joe said a moment ago, Lackinen, Bakit, Padani, Ellis, and Borchers. Here we go. First time in 32 years the Tornadoes underway in a state tournament game. Shakopee in black, they're in front court to our left. And they get it out on the wing to the big guy, OJ. And they feed it to the top and pass. Trying to get it down low, stolen by Borchers. Borchers on the break, gives it up on the wing. Here's Padani. Padani to Borchers on top, swings it to the right. Here's Ellis. Ellis stops top of the key. Left or right side, Bakit. Now Bakit gets it back at the elbow. Now it's Padani, free throw line, Jay, on the way and good.
Fresh jumper, stop and pop from the free throw line. And Padani starts off on the right foot here for Anoka.
Isaac Cordes into the front court, guarded there by Bakit. Cordes spinning at the line, almost lost it, and he got fouled, and the foul is going to go on Bakit. First foul of the game on the Tornadoes.
Tornadoes on the TV dial are moving left to right in front of us. In fact, they'll be shooting at the hoop just next to courtside where Steve and I are located in front of us on that end.
There's the Sabres thrown away, stolen by the Tornadoes. Padani on the break, he'll go in, have it knocked away by Devin Pass. And good job there not to get a foul.
Okay, and keep in mind, we talked about Troy Borchers and the fact a great defensive player. 2 possessions for Shakopee so far, 2 steals and takeaways there for Borchers.
Here's Padani, gives it up. Borchers left of the lane, in the corner. Ellis out no good. And the rebound to Worley. He'll run it into the front court, near his side. They get it on the wing. Here's Cordes. He lets it fly. No. Rebound tap to the wing, and it's controlled by Padani. He'll give it up to Bakit. Bakit over the middle of the floor. On the right side, drives in. Left of the lane, stops. Up to Padani. Now it's Ellis, top of the key. Ellis backs out of there, swings it over to the left. Borchers now further down, Padani on the left to the top. It's a 3-ball on the way. Lackinen no good, and the board to Schroeder. Shakopee the other way, in black, into the front court, down to our left. They get it into the far corner. Here's Cordes. Cordes gives it up on the wing. This is Schroeder. Stolen away. Borchers on the break. He'll get a layup. Tornadoes lead at 4-0.
Borchers with 3 steals already here with 16 minutes left in this first half. He capitalizes and takes it to the bank.
This is Cordes. Gets it out on the left. Now to the top. That is OJ. Now they get it down toward the block. Shakopee has it in the front court. Pass. Gets it over into the near corner. Now out on the wing left. To the top. Driving. Worley. Worley spins in, and they're on the board. 4-2 game.
Good creative move that time by that forward. Worley at 6'5" against Borchers, picks up his first 2 of the game.
Brody Lackinen at the line, gets it down low to Bakit. He went up, loses it, gets it to the outside. Ellis 3-ball, out no good. And a rebound grab by OJ. No outlet. Cordes into the front court, hands it off Worley. Left side of the lane, stops, goes up with the left hand, spins it in. We're tied at 4.
Spin cycle move, good left hand off the glass, kissed there that time for Worley. He's got all 4 points for Shakopee.
15 minutes to go first half. Trey Borchers rejected by OJ. Sabres on the break. Here's Cordes. Cordes kicks it out on the wing. He'll get it back, left side. He'll drive, put it up, miss it. Rebound tapped out of there, and we got a foul. And this foul could be on the Tornadoes, and 2 free throws for the Sabres.
Yeah, Borchers on his last possession. Borchers drove it baseline, then tried that shot on a layup on a reverse with the big fella. Made the block, a 6'10" center, Augie, converting it back down. The foul has been called on Anoka, and getting 2 at the line is Cordes.
It's the first 5-4 Sabres on a 5-0 run. They have the lead, 14:43 to go. By the way, the foul was on Dre Ellis. And checking out of the game is Tommy OJ. He'll get a breather. So the big guy at 6'11" will get a little water. And one more free throw for Isaac Cordes, averaging 10.3 a game. And he makes it 6-4 Sabres. 14:40 to go, 4A quarterfinal underway. Tornadoes with the ball. They got off to a quick start. Now they need to even things up. 3 ball would give them the lead. Padani left of the lane, fadeaway, no. No one there for a board, and the rebound, Bailey. They fire it ahead, stolen away by Borchers. Borchers on the break to Padani. He'll go in and hit the layup.
Closes it so well. He was contended. Another steal for Borchers triggered that fast break, and the 2 for Podani as we're tied at 6-6.
Coming up on 14 to go, first half, Cordes kicks it out on the left, 3 ball, Devin pass, no good. High rebound, fought for it, grabbed by Bakit. Ahead to Ellis. Ellis on the floor, spins at the line, kicks it up. Padani, 3 ball, out of there. And it went down deep and popped out. Here's Schroeder the other way. Schroeder, top of the key for Shakopee. Tie game at 6. Schroeder gets it back. He'll drive to the line, fake the J, out on the wing, stolen away by Borchers. No, stepped out of bounds right in front of the coach.
Borchers almost had his 4th steal. He had to try to save it quickly. Otherwise, that would have been his 4th steal here, and we're just 13:38 already. Just that's what left in the first half. Amazing quick hands. Borchers has really set a nice tempo aggressively here defensive for the Tornadoes.
Ellis lacking into the bench and driving in along the baseline and giving them the lead is Worley. He has 6.
Worley got that step. You got it. He got the step on the baseline and closed it up.
Kamari Hibbler out there. Now it's Padani wing right. Now Borchers on top right of the lane. Puts it off the glass. No good. Followed by a Beckway. And a Beckway is going to go to the line. Afi a Beckway in there. And he's going to get free throws.
He Beckway that time like he did the receiver. High pointed that ball on the on that rebound. And they are kind of going to follow on, on Shakopee. That's on the court. So you want to
fall on the floor. Yeah. I thought he would get free throws, Joe. Now the Tornadoes get it. Beckway, wing left. Further out on top, Bakit down in the corner. Padani swings it across. Borchers, 3 ball, got it. Trey Borchers has 5, and the Tornadoes lead at 9-8.
Beautiful dime by Podani. Podani dimes, finds him for his first assist of the game. Borchers drills the 3.
Cordes to Worley at the key. Down low, Cordes, good 2-man game. Cordes has 4, and it's 10-8 Sabres.
Good movement in that lane by Shakopee. A lot of cutting and screening.
Actually, Sabres by 1, 10-9. Here's Hibbler. Hibbler on the left. At the free throw line. Gives it up. Borchers. He'll drive to the line. Now down the lane. Scoop it up. Off. No good. And the board to Bailey. Bailey bobbles it, but recovers. And now Cordes off on the left. Worley. Worley is spinning at the line. Now Cordes. They spend a lot of time on the floor together. Work well together. Cordes trying to get off the pick. Now ball down on the deck. Almost stolen away by Bakit. Firing it out on the wing. Here's Worley. Gives it up. And the bucket to Bailey. And it's 12-9 Sabres. 12
Anoka
minutes
almost
to go.
with that steal, Steve. Good active hands, but finding the loose ball, scrambling, and then
Padani had it stolen away by Worley. He'll go in, get the layup. That is a 6-0 run for the Sabres. 14-9 with 11:45 to go.
it's the Shakopee that reciprocates also with the active hands on that defensive stance and the steal on Podani.
Worley leads all with 8. Here are the Tornadoes. Long 2, and that's Bakit, and they really needed that bucket. 3-point game, Sabres the ball.
Bakit averaging 7 a game. Beautiful looking 2 from the outside. And it draws, as you mentioned, 14-11 now for Shakopee.
Out on top, it's Worley. He has 8. That leads all scorers. Borchers leads the Tornado with 5. 3 ball on the way. It's long, no good, and the rebound comes down to a Beckway. Beckway brings it up, gives it up on the wing. Hibbler left side, down in the corner. Borchers, quick three. It's long, no good. And the rebound, Cordes. Sabres running the floor. They move it ahead. Bailey wing left, outside the arc. Puts it on the floor, drives on Hibbler. Put it up off. Got his own rebound. He'll get it to the outside and it'll go out of bounds. Went off the bounds out of the Tornadoes.
So in for the first time is Caleb Scher for Anoka. I saw that's one of the players that came in, and then re-entering is Brody Lackinen.
Subbing out of the game is Worley. He's getting a breather. Bailey gets a breather for the Sabres. And Shakopee in the front court down to the left. They get it to Cordes, wing right. He'll drive in, get all the way to the block. Blocked out of there. Nice block by Lackinen. And the Tornadoes are going to hang on as the ball went out of bounds. So Anoka down by 3 with 10:40 to go first half. They're hanging in there, Joe.
They are. I am surprised OJ is still out. He's had an extended time on that bench. But, hey, right now is the time for Anoka. And to kind of make their move with 10:40 left, as you mentioned, in this first half. 14-11 for the Sabres. And Borchers has certainly been one active player for Anoka here in this first half, both offensively and defensively. 4 steals.
Pedani and Bakita on the bench. Beckway drives in out to Borchers. Now it's Lackinen, top of the key, spins around, goes to the left. Here's Borchers, headband and all. Trying to find room, gets it out on the right. Here's Scherer, skips it into the corner, stolen away. It is stolen away by Kuchenbacker. He'll shovel it off to the left. Betten with it. Betten goes up. He got undercut, and he's going to go to the line. Almost an and one. And the foul is going to go on Hibbler.
Yep.
His first, third on the Tornadoes.
Yeah, Betten was kind of trying to do a crossover dribble, shake and bake, and Hibbler stood right there. And at the last minute, reached in, tried to get that steal, and that's what caused that foul. And he'll be shooting 2. Will be Betten averaging 5 a game for the Sabres.
It's a sophomore.
Sabres.
And knocks down the free throw.
Sabres come in with a 16-game win streak, Steve, and they won 19 of 20. And then they started the season, did Shakopee 0-2.
Ellis and Pedani come on the floor for the Tornadoes. One more for Betten, and that one spins out. And the rebound grabbed by Devin Pass. Shakopee reloads. Cordes, top of the key, gets it out on the left. Here's Pass. That one out of there, no good. And the rebound comes down to Lackinen. Tornadoes give it up to Pedani right over the middle of the floor near the Timberwolves logo. They work into the front court. To the right. On your dial, down low, double clutch. Beckway missed it. And Avia Beckway is going to get free throws.
And Beckway elevated and suspended the release of that ball, drew the foul. And he'll get 2 here. And Beckway averaging on the season, coming in averaging 5 a game.
He's got 1 there. Tornadoes within 2. Follows on Kuchenbacker, his first, and the second on the Sabres. And their head coach, Jake Dommins, subbing in, 7th year, 148 and 43. His second trip to state as head coach. And 1 more for Avia Beckway.
Yeah, Beckway, stand corrected. 8 points a game, 5 rebounds per game. This is the second.
3-point game, Sabres the ball and the lead. 9:42 to go first half. Worley hands it off from the wing. Here's Devin Pass. Pass. Looking for help, gets it on the wing. Courts gives it up. Now on the drive, it's Worley. In the corner, 3 ball on the way, no good by Schroeder.
They
But
got the
foul
bounce,
is
such a
in.
generous bounce. 4 bounces and almost settled on the lip of the rim, finally went in.
17-12, Sabres make it 18-12. 3 ball there by Schroeder. Tornadoes back it out. Ellis right side. 9 to go first half. Ellis at the line, gives it up on the wing. Now it's Pedani. He'll try the 3. That one hops out of there, no good. Almost a foul on the rebound as a Beckway almost fouled Schroeder. Schroeder has the ball. Sabres go to work driving in. Worley gets a layup. 10 points for Worley, and the Sabres extend their lead to 20-12. 8:38 to go first half. Timeout, Joe.
Hey, Worley can really move and cut. He's got some upper body strength as well. And at 6'5", he is absolutely smooth and closes well to the drive. And they've been trying to get Borchers back on him, but right now it's Shakopee doing a great job of ball movement and creating a lot of screens off the ball. And as you mentioned, it's been a tough start so far. 10 points for Worley here thus far with 8.5 to play in this first half.
Yeah, and the Tornadoes gone a little cold. They got off to a quick start. They had a 4-0 lead, down 6-4. And right now they've had good looks. They just need to make shots.
Yeah, they are. And it's a team that has so much experience. There are a lot of seniors on this squad, both for Shakopee and also for Andover, I would say, for the Tornadoes. The Tornadoes have 8 seniors on the team, and all 8 play pretty frequently. The underclassman thus far has been with that crew has also been Ellis, who's getting a lot of time. But when you look at Shakopee, a team 23-5, and I'll tell you that 16-game win streak, you can see why things click for them, and they're playing well down the stretch.
We are midway through half number 1. Here's Padani into the front corner, hands it off. Borchers. Now they get it on top. Caleb Shearer. Padani gets it near the elbow. Free throw line, Jay. Fade away, bounces around and out. And they're just getting no second chances. Huchenbecker the board. Here's Worley. The other way, he skips it out into the corner. Pass. Came up short. Tornadoes grab the board. Shovel it ahead. Ellis. Ellis right up the middle of the floor. Down the lane. Gives it up on the wing. The youngster on the floor for the Tornadoes. And that is Colton Johnson, just an 8th grader playing in the state tournament. Here's Padani to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Shearer tries the 3. Hits the 3. That's huge for the Tornadoes.
It was a defended pass, blocked, deflected, but Shearer was there to step into that 3.
Sabres by 5. They get it to the outside. Here's Worley. Worley drives in, put it up with the left hand, fell down. No call. He has 12. 22-15. Sabres the other way. Padani gets shoved, goes down, kicks the ball. Hopefully he's all right. And he gets up, needs help. He took a shot.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback looked like he was tackled on that play.
Ooh.
Went down hard on the court. And
he just got sandwiched right side of the lane, Joe, in front of us, and may have bit his tongue. He's going to stay in the game, but
OJ.
He got belted.
He did. He did. OJ now back in. The freshman heads off. And for the Tornadoes and in for the first time is Concho Quanti.
They get it to the outside. Here's Dominic Bequette, gives it up. Here's Quinte backing into the paint. Around OJ, a scoop shot, no good. And the board grabbed by Worley, the outstanding senior, averaging 17 a game for the Sabres. He already has 12 here. They get it to the outside. Devin pass. Now it's Cordes. Cordes down the lane, off the hands of OJ. Saved in the corner, fired to the outside. Worley gets it on top. And now trying to drive Schroeder. Schroeder at the line. Turnaround, up, off, no good. And the rebound comes down to Bequette. Tornadoes the other way with Padani over the middle of the floor. Bequette gets it back, top of the key, right of the lane to the block. He'll fade away. A little long, no good, and the rebound, Devin pass.
Tried that fadeaway just so he wouldn't get a block, but went that trajectory a little too high, a little too deep.
There's Devin pass. Works near the free throw line, gives it up. Now Cordes at the line. Looking for help, goes down in the corner. Here's pass. Cordes. Corner 3, got it.
Gets
Cordes
his shot.
Has 7.
Yeah, he's averaging almost 11 a game. And that one, a 3-ball from the corner pocket, puts Shakopee up by 10.
6-17 and counting. Padani into the lane, into the corner. Bequette 3, off no good, and the rebound OJ. He controls. Big guy gets it up to Worley. Worley on the break the other way. Tornadoes need a stop. Borchers guards him top of the key. Worley down toward the block, kicks it out on the wing. Here's Schroeder. Schroeder to the free throw line, stops in the paint, put it up. That'll spin and drop. And he has 5. and the Tornadoes in trouble. Down by 12.
Yeah, Sabres getting contributions from everyone on the floor.
Ellis blocked, stolen away. Schroeder the other way. He gives it up. On the wing, it's pass. To the outside, Worley, 3 out of there, no good, and the board. To the Tornadoes, Dre Ellis gives it up. Trey Borchers on the wing. He'll drive in. Reverse layup. No, the foul by Quinte. Huge bucket, and he'll go to the line for an and one.
Concho Quinte. Great follow to the hoop, crashed the net, and got the follow-up after the miss that time by Borchers on the reverse layup. And Quinte in the section final came into the game, immediate impact against Centennial, had 8 points and 8 rebounds in that section championship win.
Foul's going to go on Worley as first. He has 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 shot. Quinte at the line, and that one bounces out of there. So he isn't able to convert the and one, but he does have 2 10-point games. Sabres have it. Cordes walks it over the floor, gets around Shearer, gets it on top. Here's Worley. Back to Cordes on the wing, drives in. Did he travel? No. They got fouled.
That'll be Sure who grabbed his hand and kind of tried to slow him down a bit after that pump fake from the corner. And he was driving it to the lane. So Sure's first foul of the game. 5:12 left here. First half, 10-point lead, Sabres.
Boy, Cordes and Worley so quick, Joe. Here's Cordes on the elbow, gets it across. Here's pass. He'll knock down a 3. He's got 5, and it's 30-17 Sabres with just under 5 to go first half. Tornadoes once again need to hit some shots. Borchers at the elbow, further out. Padani on the wing, Bakit across. Padani down in the corner. Shearer a 3. That's long, no good. And the rebound, OJ grabbed another board. OJ, no points, 3 rebounds. Cordes for Shakopee over the middle of the floor. Out on the right, Schroeder. Schroeder looks for a cutter. It's OJ out on top. Here's Cordes. Down in the corner. Pass the 3. It's long. Easy rebound, Padani. He'll run the break, get it ahead. Borchers runs it down. Near corner. Into the paint. Batted away by OJ. They tried to get it into Quinte, but OJ batted it away.
A long arm. Deflected it out of bounds. So the Tornadoes now get a chance to inbound. Slice into this 13-point deficit with 4:13 to play. Right now you're seeing Shakopee offensively, great ball movement, good rotation. And I'll tell you, just overall, just a quick, explosive team we're seeing from Shakopee.
Yeah, especially Worley and Cordes on the perimeter. So hard to deal with. By the way, Concho Quinte checks out of the game. Ellis, Shearer, Bakit, Borchers, Padani on the floor. Shearer out near the Timberwolves logo. Gets it to the cutter. Padani down the lane, put it up, got the bucket and one. They really needed that.
They so needed that. Quite an injection, maybe some momentum there for the Tornadoes. And he took that cut and was determined. He was going to close and cut into it. So right now a chance to cut the deficit to 10 from Podani.
First on Cordes, 5th on Shakopee, 4 on Anoka. 4:06 to go in the half. The Tornadoes down 30-19. And right now, Peyton Padani trying to complete the 3-point play. He has 6 points to lead the Tornadoes.
OJ is back on the bench for Shakopee. Maybe a chance for Anoka to make a move.
Padani missed the free throw, and the Tornadoes struggling a bit from the line. 1 of 3. Haven't had a ton of opportunities. Here's Cordes. Gets it further out. Worley drives in, hits a running layup. And Worley, 14 points.
He prefers just to drive that ball rather than settle for the shot.
Padani, fade away on the right wing, hit it. Peyton Padani has 8. And the Tornadoes trying to hang in there down 11. 32-21, 3:30 to go first half. Cordes guarded by Bakit just over the timeline. Tries on the wing. Drives in, kicks it out in the corner. And then Schroeder will work it out. They swing it over to the left. Bailey drives into the paint. Gets it down low. Reverse layup. Try. We got a travel.
Yep.
A travel there on Blake Betton.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the Shakopee team dribbles and drives with proficiency, and then they find a cutter down along the baseline, which they did that time, but defensively, the Tornadoes made the stop and forced the travel. And that's what they're going to have to be doing all the rest of this afternoon.
And I would think the goal for the Tornadoes right now, get it to single digits.
Absolutely.
Just hang in there, get it to single digits at the break. Padani swings it over to the left. That's Hibbler. Now it's Borchers. Padani, top of the key between the circles. He's going to drive, slip, kick it to the outside. Hibbler a three. Got it. Kamari Hibbler a big three.
Big
his
time.
first points.
Good kick out, nice dime. Podani was able to find Hibbler for the trifecta. Needed that.
32-24 Sabres. They have the ball. 2:43 to go on the half. They get it to the top. This is Batten. Batten off on the right. Cordes. He hands it off. Just a handoff to Schroeder, literally. Now it's Batten again on the wing. The sophomore drives in out of control. Got fouled. I think this foul is going to probably go on a back way for the Tornadoes. We'll see about it. Yeah. First on him. Team fouls even at 5 apiece, Joe.
That it is. Substitutions. OJ comes back in here for Shakopee, the 6'10" center here. And if you watch the lineup here, they're going to inbound it in that I formation along the baseline, or excuse me, the free throw line.
Devin pass near corner. They get it on top. Here's Schroeder. Back to pass. They get it inside. OJ trying to post up a back way. Going baseline, the floater. Boy, that was a tough shot. Schroeder has 7.
That was an excellent floater along the baseline for Schroeder.
34-24, Sabres by 10. Coming up on 2 to go on the half. Padani, top of the key. Here's Ellis on the right. Drives into the elbow, keeps his dribble, gets underneath too far, tapped out of there. Turnover, Tornadoes running to break the other way. Worley gets it out on the wing. Cordes 3, look out. He knocked it down. Cordes has 10. The Sabres extend their lead to 13.
Perimeter perfection so far this afternoon for Shakopee.
Padani answers with a 3 left to the top of the key. Padani has 11, and that was a huge answer. 37-27, 1:38 to go, first half timeout.
Hey, Padani reciprocates it with a 3 of his own, puts him at 11 for the game, but that was a much-needed 3 for Anoka. You mentioned cuts it to 10. But the proficiency in which the Shakopee offense runs is impressive, Steve. They're moving the ball around the perimeters, finding cutters on the baseline, then with the big fella OJ down below, and they use him to do a lot of passing, really. I haven't seen him take a lot of shots thus far. But, of course, when you got the dribble drive, also from Worley, who is just smooth taking that ball to the hoop.
Padani, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. And then the leading scorer for the Shakopee Sabres at the moment is Luke Worley, 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. Yeah. He's outstanding, Joe.
And you know what? But when Isaac Cordes gets that ball and they pass it to him around the rotation on the perimeter, he's been hot. He's got 10. He's averaging 10 a game this year. He already has 10 in this first half for the Sabres. Sabres last year, if you remember, Steve, took a hard overtime loss to Minnetonka in the Section 2 championships. 78-75 was the overtime loss, and Shakopee's been playing with a vengeance this whole season.
On the floor for the Tornadoes, Hibbler, and then, of course, Padani, Ellis, also out there, Abekwe and Borchers. Backcourt pressure by the Tornadoes, and Shakopee gets it over the timeline. OJ out on the right, gets it further out toward the middle of the floor. Now it's Cordes. Cordes guarded there by Hibbler. Cordes gets it to the free throw line. Worley back in the corner. Cordes trying to drive, got bumped. Worley now right down the lane, gets it out. Cordes 3 on the way. Short no good. Rebound run down in the corner by the Sabres. It is Worley, corner left. Dribbles out to the wing, goes right back at it on Padani. Down on the deck, he falls down. Tornadoes come the other way. Ellis running the floor, got the bucket and one.
Beautiful.
Great fast break.
Oh, Hibbler with the laser. That came right at us, Steve, from the far end of the court. across the way, right to us. You can see the movement, the rotation on that ball. It was a dime, a beautiful pass from Hibbler, and cashing that in for the end one. Again, you can look at Ellis. Great defensive stance, though. Really, Steve, led to that fast break.
Foul number 2 on Devin Pass. And Ellis knocks it down. So Dre has 3. And it's 37-point game. And they just under a minute to go.
Yeah, they make the free throw, so now they can kind of continue with that pressure, backcourt pressure. Ken Anoka.
They get it ahead. Worley on the Timberwolves logo. Gets it over to the right. OJ tries to back down on the block. OJ up, off, no good. Rebound tapped around, grab by Padani. Padani brings it up the floor near his side. Padani goes into the middle, spins, put it up, and drew the foul. And the foul's going to go on Pass. That'll be number 3 on Devin. And Padani will go to the line for 2. And the Tornadoes reeling him in a bit.
They are, and I'll tell you, it's that defense. Active hands. Even on that shot, OJ had a chance to make that shot, but he short that shot a bit on his follow-through. And Podani scraped up the rebound, took it coast to coast, spin cycle move, drew the foul, and hits the first of 2 from the charity stripe.
He is now 1 of 2 from the line with 12 points. He'll get 1 more. And the Tornadoes have all of a sudden put together a tidy 7-0 run. They were down by 13, 37-24. Padani trying to extend that Tornado run and cut the lead to 5. That one out of there, no good. And the rebound to OJ. And now it's Cordes in the backcourt, guarded by Hibbler. They'll get it over the timeline. 23 to go, first half. Shot clock off. Cordes dribbling way out in front of the media table. Drives down the lane, put it up, missed the shot, drew the foul. Oh, looked like he kind of short-armed it and got fouled.
Yeah, he did. That's exactly what it looked like as the left-hander went up to try to close, did Cordes, and drew the foul. So he'll get 2. But here's what you're seeing with Anoka, is Anoka gets a chance if they make those free throws or make the shot to kind of put some backcourt pressure, change the tempo of the game. The other piece that they're really doing is they're really allowing Worley to get an outside shot if they want. They decided they're going to shut down that lane and force him to pass it.
Cordes made the first. It is 38-31 Sabres, 14.9 to go first half. Here at Target Center, he got them both. And Cordes has 12. And now the Tornadoes down by 8 have the ball. Ellis running the point. 10 seconds to go. Over the Timberwolves logo. Drives to the right of the lane. Ellis puts it on the floor. Drives in. Gives it up. And a Beckway traveled with it. Oh, too bad. He was way under the bucket, Joe.
He was. I thought we'd hear a whistle from the official on that attempted shot initially. But as he went to scramble for the loose ball, he accidentally stepped on that baseline.
And here is Cordes from three-quarter court. Goes wide left. And we are at halftime of this 4A quarterfinal. And the Shakopee Sabres lead the Anoka Tornadoes 39-31. Joe, your thoughts on the first half? I think Anoka did a great job falling behind 13 to get it to single digits.
Yeah, and I was just going to say the same thing. Hey, they got it to single digits. They moved it back to within 6. They changed the tempo a bit by the backcourt pressure and really stopped the Shakopee from really just driving to the lane and finishing those possessions and pushed it back out. Good defensive play, good offensive rebounds to get those second chances, but Podani has taken it up a notch, and I think we're seeing a big momentum shift here, just down by 8 at half.
Here's a quick update on the scoring. Luke Worley for the Sabres with 14. Isaac Cordes with 12. Peyton Padani in double figures for the Tornadoes. He has 12 at the break. Padani's been really good. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Tornadoes down by 8. We'll take a break and come back for half number 2 from Target Center. It is the State 4A Boys Basketball Tournament. Quarterfinal action. Once again, Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin, and Ryan Mush here on QCTV. And we are back at Target Center, Class 4A Boys Hoops quarterfinal. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin, along with Ryan Munch. 39-31, Shakopee leading Anoka. Joe, you got some stats.
Hey, 39%. In fact, in that first half, it was Shakopee shooting 55% from the field for Anoka. They're at 38%. Rebounds in that first half, it was a 22-14 advantage for the Shakopee squad. But hey, their big guy in the middle has not been able to pick up any rebounds. He's got 4 rebounds, but no points here in that first half. It's been mostly done by in that drive that have come the way for Worley in that first half.
Well, and the Tornadoes fell behind by 13, Joe. They were able to cut it to 8 before halftime, and they'll have their starters on the floor as we get started here in half number 2. Lackinen, Bakit, Padani, Ellis, and Borchers. Padani leading the way with 12. The Tornadoes 2 of 6 from the line. Meanwhile, the Sabres, Bailey, or I should say Schroeder, Worley, Pass, OJ, and Cordes on the floor. They lead by 8, and Tornadoes are going to inbound. By the way, they're in white, going in the front court down to our left. And the Sabres in black coming our way or into the front court down to the right.
Yeah,
now we're ready to go.
Set it up here, and again, I like how Anoka really dictated that tempo late in that first half. Good transition by head coach Jesse Jefferson.
Padani runs it down, front court, left side. He'll try the long 3, and it's off no good. And the rebound comes to the Sabres. They'll get it into the front court. Schroeder, left side. They get it on the top. Right back out to the wing. Here's Schroeder. Now top of the key, Cordes. Here's OJ, the big guy, 6'11". Hasn't scored 3 rebounds in the first half. Now out on the wing. Sabres with it. They work it over to Cordes. Now in the corner, Schroeder. He'll try the 3. No on the rebound, Padani. No one scored. We're almost a minute in. Here's Bakit, front court, right side. He'll drive into the lane. Kick it out in the corner. 3 ball on the way, comes up short for Brody Lackinen. He runs down the rebound. He fires it to Ellis. He'll go off. Miss the shot. Sabres grab it. They'll come the other way with Cordes. Down the lane, and hitting it is Worley. He has 16.
He is such a strong closer, and you got to do what you can to push him outside that lane.
Ellis, he'll drive in, kick it out in the corner. Borchers, 3, answers.
Much
big
needed.
Answer by Borchers.
5 at half, now 8 for the game, and Borchers' defensive stoppability has been impressive as well.
There's Cordes at the line. Gets it outside, OJ. Here's Worley going baseline, bumped, blocked, and a foul, and that's going to go on Lackinen. He was guarded by Borchers, and then Worley's going to get to the line. He hasn't shot free throws. He has 16. Sabres lead at 41-34, 16:29 to go, half number 2.
Right now, about 80% of the points by Worley have come inside that lane, driving it. Shots, there's one from the free throw line, but otherwise from beyond 3-point range, he's 0 for 2 thus far.
Yeah, he is so tough on the dribble drive.
So explosive.
And he gets them both. Good free throw shooter. And he has 18, 4 in the half. And the Sabres up by 9. Their big lead in the game, 13. Down in the corner, Borchers. He's going to drive on Worley, go off the glass and get it again. Borchers has 10.
Oh, climbed the ladder and kissed that off the glass for 2. Strong move by Borchers.
Here's Devin Paz, top of the key, left to the lane, stops, gets it outside, Worley. Worley goes down to the corner on the left, fires it out. They work it near side. Here's Schroeder. Schroeder trying to drive, goes into the lane, gets it to the outside, OJ. Now Worley again on top. Worley's going to try and drive, go in on Padani, give it up to OJ. And Tommy OJ his first points right there, 45-36.
So much motion in that lane just in front of us, Steve. You could see how he got lost in that commotion and closed it up for his first 2.
Borchers again in the corner, missed the 3, rebound out of nowhere, Lackinen back up and in.
Beautiful!
What
an individual effort, Steve. He elevated to get that rebound clean and followed it up. Lackinen.
They get it inside. OJ has it fall. OJ with the assist to Devin Pass. OJ has 4. 47-38. Time out on the floor. 15:21 to go, half number 2.
Yep, and Shakopee called the timeout. They were unhappy a little bit how ragged they were getting defensively, but they've been able to find the big guy in the paint here early in the second half. No points. The first half for OJ now has 4. And Steve, when you're right in front of us, you can see just how much movement they have in the lane, constant motion. And this Anoka squad, so athletic. And I mean, 3 all-conference players, the first time that's ever happened for the Tornadoes. But the team as a whole, so athletic. And watching Shakopee move is unbelievably the explosiveness that they display. Easy to see with that record, 23-5, come in with that 16-game win streak for the Sabres.
So 15:21 to go. Ellis and Padani in the backcourt. They'll bring it forward. 15 minutes to go, first half. Borchers, wing right. He has 10 in the game. Now it's Bakit. Out Padani at the free throw line. Into the corner. They get it out. Lackinen. Now over to the right side, Bakit. He'll drive, put up a shot, draw the foul. And I think he got bumped by Devin Pass. And that could be number 4 on him. It'll be the first team foul on the Sabres, 1 team foul on the Tornadoes. And it is?
Yep, you're correct, it is.
Number 4 on Devin Pass.
Bailey getting ready to come in after the first free throw attempt. And
Bakit hits the first. He has 3 points, 47-39. Tornadoes will get 1 more.
We'll see if they put some backcourt pressure here, the Tornadoes, if they make this free throw.
That's going to be a key for the Tornadoes. Just 2 of 6 at the line in the first half. Bakit got them both. 7-point game again.
I'll tell you, and Hibbler is back in. He's got very disruptive speed and quickness defensively. So he's right back in there. And looks like they made pressure, just individual one-on-one pressure by Hibbler as they throw it in.
And Backway on the floor for the Tornadoes, along with Borchers, Padani, and Lackinen. Here's the Sabres into the front court to the free throw line, Worley. Worley turns around, drives into the paint, got stripped, grabbed by Borchers. I think it was freed up there by Lackinen. Here comes Padani the other way. Kicks it out. Borchers gets it in front of his own bench over on the right wing. Now it's a back way to the top. Lackinen 3, off no good. Easy rebound by Worley, and then it went out of bounds.
Yeah, you could see defensively they got to take that 3 because OJ at 6'11" is just staying pretty much at the free throw line and a little lower, allowing the Tornadoes to get that 3 open shot. And next time they'll knock it down, I have a feeling.
Tornadoes down by 7. Sabres have the ball. Here's Cordes. Now it's Worley. Worley's going to drive. Give it up on the wing. Cordes comes to the top. Hands it off. Here's Schroeder. And they get it down low, and Worley. That was easy. He's got 20. 49-40 Sabres.
Well, that got me Worley watching that defense and the offensive play and all the motion. They lost track of Worley. He was down next to the lane, got the easy pass and the deuce.
There's the Tornadoes. Borchers, top of the key. Borchers trying to drive. He'll go to the block, put it up with the right hand. Noel fought for the rebound. OJ, a backway fight for it. And the Sabres are going to get it up by 9, 49-40, 13:47 to go.
A year ago, Anoka 12-16, and this team has played together for so long. It's great to see them explode onto the scene here this season and be rewarded for this record of 23-6. And the Section 7-4A championship, playing well here. Just need to make some stops.
OJ down on the block, as far corner 3, nowhere near. Padani the easy board. Peyton brings it up right up the middle of the floor. Drives to his right. He's stopped by Cordes, and then it's knocked out of bounds. And the foul is actually going to go on Cordes, and that'll be number 2 on him and the second on the Sabres.
Well, they've got to give some respect to Borchers as he's come out and hit a 3. And he moves that ball inside, does not hesitate. He's heading to Bemidji State to play football, so he likes that contact against the bigger OJ, who is now taking a seat and a towel On the bench for Shakopee, so they go smaller. Back in will be Ellis, as Lackinen will get a bit of a break. 10 points for, Borchers, also 12 for Podani.
A back way, Borchers out on the right side. A back way on top, drives in, goes up with the left hand, drew the foul.
Saw that little extra step I did. He was trying to tuck that ball under and protect it as he went to the lane, and they called him for the walk in Beckway. So turnover there for Anoka.
49-40 Sabres with the lead and the ball. 13-11 and counting to go. There's Cordes into the front court left side, works his way to the middle. Right of the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Driving in, Luke Schroeder. Cordes gets hit back, 3 on the way. No good, rebound Podani, and we have a foul. We have a foul on the Sabres.
Off the ball, trying to box out the Tornadoes.
That foul's going to go on Worley. That'll be number 2. Third on the Sabres. They're up by 9. Tornadoes have the ball.
I guess it went on number 4 instead.
Oh, it is Batten, not Worley. Foul on Batten. Nevertheless, Tornadoes hang on. Podani in the backcourt. Hibbler is going to go out, and joining him in the backcourt, Caleb Shearer, 6'3" senior.
Got to think we won't see Hibbler on the bench too much. His quickness just thwarts teams defensively and is a major disruptor.
They get it on the left. Here's a back way. A back way on the elbow, looking for a cutter. Gets it further out, Podani. Guarded by Cordes, way out on the wing left. Drives to the middle of the floor. Stolen away, back down on the floor. Cordes hangs on, gets it to Bailey. And now Cordes will bring it over the Timberwolves logo. They're up by 9, 12:30 to go. Tornadoes did not want that turnover. Here's Bailey, 6.8 a game. They work it to Cordes, wing left. Further down on the wing, Worley, 3, no, fought for the rebound, grabbed by the Sabres. 2 Tornadoes were fighting, and then the travel goes on Luke Schroeder.
Yeah, Luke Schroeder came in for the board off the deflection, and that rebound picked it up, tried to go up right away. He kind of mishandled it, and by the time he tried to get back up, the Tornado defense was there to stymie him and force the travel.
Podani, wing right, in front of the Tornadoes bench. Jesse Jefferson standing all game as you might expect. They get it inside, trying to find room a back way. Borchers guarded on top, driving in Ellis, spinning, gets it back, down on the block, fires it across. Borchers now trying to drive, and he skips it to the elbow. Here's a back way, the fadeaway too long, and the rebound comes down to Blake Batten. Cordes brings it into the front court. Sabres. Now it's Worley. Cordes again, wing right to the free throw line. Kicks it down in the corner. Luke Schroeder got the 3. Oh, that's a big bucket.
And in 1, so he'll get a chance for a 4-point play. A little crisscross, some weaving, dribble drive, and a kick to the wing. And picking that one up, and nothing but net, averaging 6 a game, Luke Schroeder.
Yeah, and that's just a tough one for the Tornadoes. Now they're down by 12, 52-40, 11:29 to go. And Luke Schroeder, once again, as you pointed out, Joe, chance for a 4-point play. On the floor, Colton Johnson, the 8th grader, along with Ellis, Borchers, Hibbler, and way down in the far corner, Caleb Shearer.
Podani on the bench offensively. Hibbler back in. He'll bring it up.
53-40, Sabres by 13. That equals their big lead in the game. Tornadoes need a bucket. Here's Hibbler, top of the key. Swings it out to the right. Long 3 on the way from Shearer. Long rebound Sabres. They've just had no second chances on the offensive glass. Sabres. Schroeder gets bumped. He gets bumped, and I think that's going to be on Shearer, number 2. And it'll be the 3rd on the Tornadoes. Team fouls are even at 3.
Yeah, hey, always being that eternal optimist. I always see it here. Cordes with 12 points at half for Shakopee. Has not scored here this far.
Tornadoes have been stuck on 40 a while. They get it inside. Nice feed. Cordes down low to Worley. Worley has 8.5, 22 in the game. It's 55-40, their big lead
Shakopee,
right now.
Yeah, Shakopee off the ball, picks on the backside, and they get him open, and that being Worley.
Top of the key. There's the youngster, Colton Johnson, down to the block, put it up and in. He's on the board. The 8th grader hits, and we get a timeout, 55-42. Sabres will have the ball, 10:37 to go, but a good low post move by Colton Johnson a moment ago.
And in most of these shots, because the Shakopee squad, they're not just tall, they're long, and really force you to kind of extend that shot, put it up before you really want to, and that's exactly what you saw there from the 8th grader who made that bank shot over the top of Worley. He's 6'5", but that arm length, he feels like he's 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, and the Sabres have played outstanding defense, making it tough for the Tornadoes. But they are not out of it right now. They just had that long scoring drought, and they got to get a breather. Peyton Padani sat down. Trey Borcher's hot early in the half, and they got to knock some shots down here in a hurry.
You get a look here at courtside. A couple of great-looking announcers here as we get things set to inbound. Moments away here. Hey, 10:37 left here in the second half. A timeout by Jefferson. Typically, those good coaches like to change the defense when it comes to timeouts, and I think they're going to put some full-court pressure.
Colton Johnson out there, the 8th grader for the Tornadoes, also in the backcourt. Kamari Hibbler. They get it into Isaac Cordes. He's had a nice game, 12 points all in the first half. Here's Luke Worley, their leading scorer with 22.
Colton Johnson quickly came over to try to trap, but much too quick.
They give it up. Luke Schroeder drives in, gets a bucket, big collision. How about Luke Schroeder, the 10th grader? He has 6.5.
He split the defense. Anoka players collided behind him, and he went to the bank for 2.
Hibbler drives in right to the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Borchers can't handle the hot one. He tried to knock it down, but he couldn't. And now the Tornadoes' body language, they look a little frustrated right now. With 10:06 to go in the game, down by 15.
Largest lead of the game for Shakopee.
Lackinen into the game. And Colton Johnson will sit down. Boy, as an 8th grader, Josie Jefferson's got to be excited about that. Now they're trying to rally. Here's Blake Betton. They get it ahead in the corner. Bailey drives in, got the bucket and one. And it's going to get really tough for the Tornadoes. They're down 59-42 with 9:56 to go in the game.
They are starting to impose their will here with that long reach, the constant motion. I mean, you always see teams move on that dribble drive, you know, the 4 out, what have you. But they are executing it so quickly. It's almost like they just anticipate where a teammate's going to be standing on a particular spot and getting ready to come back in is OJ.
Bailey knocks it down. It's 60-42. Sabres up by 18. Bailey has 5. 9:56 to go. And the Tornadoes now, they need to hit some shots in a hurry. It was 39-31 Sabres at the break. Padani loses it. Stolen by Cordes. Ahead on the break. Here's Betton layup. Blake Betton has 3. 62-42, 20-point game.
They waste little time converting a turnover into points to the Sabres.
Borchers, corner right, missed the 3. And the rebound, we got a foul. And this might be 3 free throws for Borchers, and it is. Foul's going to go on Betton. That'll be number 3 on Betton. Borchers, 5 points in each half at the line. Tornadoes down by 20. It was 47-40 at 15:21.
And I'll tell you, this Anoka team has played such great defense all year. They made a commitment. You talk to head coach Jesse Jefferson, and he's like a team code. We got to play defense, and they have all year, allowing just 62 points a game to opponents.
Orchards hits the first two.
This Shakopee team is long and athletic and active as well, and been able to hit some critical shots.
Orchard's got all three. He has 8.5, 13 in the game.
Sabres right now 60% from field goal percentage, and they're getting some good looks right in that lane, part of that 60% proficiency. Meanwhile, for Anoka at 38% proficiency from the field.
Cordes gets it ahead to Benton. Down in the corner, Luke Schroeder. Schroeder trying to drive. Now it's Cordes. Cordes around to pick. To the free throw line, kicks it out. Luke Schroeder loads up for three, nothing but net. Schroeder having a gigantic half. He has 9 points, and it's 65-45.
He's been a key difference maker. Picking it up, getting his chances.
Hibbler at it, blocked, tried the three. It's grabbed there by Bailey. Bailey's going to bring it up the floor, get it on the wing. Cordes, he'll fire it inside. OJ lays it in. OJ 6 all in the half. 67-45 Sabres. They're on their way with 8:40 to go. Half number 2. Danny wing right. Free throw line jumper. And that falls out of there no good. On the floor, Concho Quinte. And now Luke Schroeder hands it off corner. Schroeder again. They give it to Benton. Benton kicks it out. Driving in Bailey. Bailey left to the lane. OJ. Right back into Bailey, left of the lane, near the block. Fires it all the way across. Benton in the corner. He'll drive into the paint. Put it up with the left hand, miss it. And the rebound, Bakit. Bakit bobbles in the backcourt, keeps his dribble, and gets it over the timeline. Bakit drives in on the left. He'll try the long two. Out of there, no good. And the rebound to the Sabres. Here's Luke Schroeder again. Boy, this guy looks good. Drives in, gets under the hoop too far. And it goes out of bounds.
He has some moves, shows a quick burst, splits the defense. And that time a nice defensive play. Partially blocked it, but it went off the underneath seal of that backboard there, and the ball awarded to the Tornadoes.
OJ is going to sit for the Sabres. Tornadoes down by 22, 7:46 to go in the half. The winner of this game plays Wayzata Thursday night at 8 at Williams Arena in the 4A semifinals. The 6 o'clock game set, Cretin-Durham Hall and Maple Grove. Here's Ellis inside the line, kicks it out on the wing. Peyton Padani. Padani tries to put it on the floor, gives it up down low. Quinte, nice feed from Padani and one.
Well, Danny's going to be extremely welcome when he plays basketball at St. John's. He sees the court so well that time. He doesn't have any points here in the second half thus far, which is an anomaly for Podani. But he continues to bring the assist and the focus to get his other teammates in the play.
Quinte has 4. By the way, the foul is on KP Kuchenbecker. Number 2 on him. Quinte will be at the line.
And oh, by the way, Worley finally back in the game after about a 5-minute spell on the bench.
Sabres by 20. Quinte banks it in. I wonder if he called it.
He's got bank, I got to tell you. 5 in the game for him.
Tornadoes show backcourt pressure. Sabres get it ahead. Luke Schroeder in the corner, further out on the wing. Worley's on the floor again. Now top of the key, driving in, Eli Schroeder. Now it's Luke Schroeder. He'll hand it off. Kuchenbecker. Kuchenbecker at the line, back to the hoop, gets it further out. Trying to drive. Eli Schroeder in the paint, steps in, put it up and in. Eli Schroeder has 9, 69-48. Sabres lead. 6:50 to go in the game. Padani long 3, his side of the rim no good. Rebound fought for. Quinte grabs it, and he got fouled. So Concho Quinte, the senior, getting some minutes here in the state tournament, doing a good job. Foul's going to go on Jake Courts.
Yeah, he got the bank on his last free throw attempt. But what that does is it allows Anoka to set up some full court pressure, or at least three-quarter pressure.
They got Ellis on the wing. Train drives down the right of the lane, blocked out of there. Blocked out of there by Worley. Luke Worley, 14 at the half, 8 here in the second half. He's still the leading scorer in the game with 22.
He's also got 7 assists and 5 rebounds, does Worley.
Quente on the wing, drives in the corner. Padani, the three, long no good, and the board grabbed by Courts. He'll bring it up the floor, and it's tapped. Kuchenbecker now give it up on the wing. Here's Eli Schroeder. Schroeder gets it back on the wing. NBA three, off no good, rebound Padani. Padani fires it ahead. Here's a back way. Gives it up in the paint. Borchers a reverse layup.
That was a quick reverse. Good catch and release underneath the hoop that time by Borchers.
Borchers has 15 now for the Tornadoes. 10 and a half. There's a three.
Schroeder.
For the Sabres, Schroeder. And Eli Schroeder has 5.5, 12 in the game.
Yeah, we probably think we're saying Schroeder a lot, but it's the brothers there. Luke has 9 in the game, and Schroeder with that trifecta now has 12. And opened up now the 22-point lead, the largest of the game here for the Sabres.
And they have played really, really well here in this half. They move the ball so well, great quickness. And Luke Worley, and then the combo platter of Isaac Cordes on the perimeter, they are hard to deal with.
Yeah, you know what? I've been impressed watching Worley at that, when he brings the ball up or how he touches it. It's not always about him shooting. As I mentioned, he has 7 assists as well on the game, and boards inside, a couple of block shots. So they not only have just the 6'11" OJ to contend with, Worley imposes his will in the lane as well. But he manages to, even when he doesn't have the ball, find his way to layups or to quality looks inside the lane. And he's an impressive player.
Tornadoes 15 out of Borchers. 12 points for Padani. Padani has not scored here in half number 2. Here's Hibbler for the Tornadoes. In white, front court down to the left. Ellis, wing right. Gets it to the cutter, a back way down the lane. Skips it out. Quente three ball. That's off the rim, no good. And the rebound, Eli Schroeder.
Quente
give it up.
Just
Here's
one
Cordes.
3-point made this season. They're trying to get that shot and some things going if you're going to try to tee him up for 3 in the corner.
Cordes at the line, gives it up on the wing. Now further out, Courts, he drove, and he got fouled. Fouled by the Tornadoes on the wing.
Shakopee,
and the foul's going to go on Borchers.
So Shakopee trying to make it 17 in a row in 20 of their last 21 games in terms of wins. As I mentioned, they started the season 0-2. They play in that tough South Suburban Conference, which they won this year.
Yeah, Prior Lakes there, the Lakeville Schools. There's a three from the outside. Luke Worley, his first made three of the game. 75-50. Shakopee the other way. Shot blocked by Hibbler, goes out of bounds. Tornadoes hang on. And that 3-point gives Worley 25 in the ball game.
Tornadoes will inbound it as they get ready for a substitution that just came in for Shakopee.
Ellis to inbound. Quente's on the floor. And they get it to Concho here in the near corner. Ellis on the wing left. He'll drive in, stop. Get it in the far corner to Borchers, but it's knocked away. Cordes over there defending in front of the Tornadoes bench. Padani back on the floor. And Concho Quente goes to the bench. Padani to inbound. What a career for the Tornadoes. On the gridiron. They're on the hardwood.
All-time leading scorer.
Ellis off the side of the rim, no good. Worley the board. Worley up the floor, gets it on the wing. Devin pass. Been on the bench. That's stolen away. Here comes Dre Ellis for the Tornadoes. He'll go into the lane, kick it out. Padani corner three. That's long, no good. Rebound fought for. Grabbed by Colton Johnson. Now Borchers near corner three, no. And then finally, Cordes a rebound for the Sabres.
Couple of good looks that time for the Tornadoes on that offensive possession. Neither players with a chance to kind of close it. That's been the story here in the second half.
Driving in, Devin pass in the corner. It's Eli Schroeder. Floater down the baseline. Fell. He has 7 in each half.
He had a beautiful, similar-looking shot in that first half along the baseline with that floater.
77-54 to go in the game. Tornadoes bobble. Ellis gets it back. He'll drive down the lane, go up, miss the layup, but get fouled, and Dre Ellis will go to the line.
Had the gap and just burst his way through the lane, tried to close it up, contested, but drawing the foul is Ellis back at the charity stripe.
Sabres pulling away. They led it by 8 at the break, 39-31. Free throw missed by Ellis. Dre has 3 in the game, just a junior.
Shakopee leads in rebounds as well, 35-26 with that 9 rebound lead. That includes 31 of those 35 rebounds coming defensively. A lot of one and dones for Anoka.
Another miss by Ellis, and the rebound comes down to Worley. Worley still on the floor. Cordes still out there. 3:45 to go in the game. Cordes gets it on the wing. Schroeder on the right side. Further down in the corner, Cordes. Out on top, Eli Schroeder. They work it around the perimeter to the far side. Worley out on the left. Worley gets it back on top. Eli Schroeder. Now Cordes looks at a three. Tries the three. It's short. Rebound, Padani. Peyton Padani's going to bring it up the middle of the floor. Get it on the wing to the right. Borchers. On top, Padani. Out on the left. Here's Hibbler. Hibbler lets the three fly. They just haven't been able to buy a lot of shots, Joe. They've had good looks.
They have, correct. And you know what? Good rebound for Padani anyway. He gives him 8. He's got 12 points, 8 assists.
3 to go in the game. Worley into the far corner. They get it outside. Devin pass. 3 off, no good. And the rebound ripped down by Kamari Hibbler. 3 in the game. Hibbler brings it up the floor. Stops top of the key. Continues his dribble. Ellis on the right. Outside the arc. Hibbler still on the wing. Almost loses it. Still at the line. Further out, Padani. In front of his own bench. Padani in the paint. Jumper off, no good. And the rebound comes down to Worley. They have just had no second chance opportunities in this game, Joe.
No, and you know what? It's been one and done. We talked about that moments ago, too, for rebounds. Unbelievably, imagine it's an 11 rebound advantage for Shakopee, and that includes, of those rebounds, you're seeing 30 have been defensive rebounds. And that's just play to roll. The other component has been block shots. Shakopee has 7 block shots, Anoka with just 1.
Borchers and Padani go out. Sabres with the ball. They're up 77-50, 2:13 to go. Nice feed down low, shot missed. And the board comes down to Ramea Tumasang. Ramea G. Tumasang for the Tornadoes on the floor. Ellis drives in, missed a shot. And the rebound to court. Sabres the other way. Bring it over the timeline. Out on top, 3, nothing but net. That shot made by Carter St. Martin, his first points of the game, and it's 80-50. Sabres with 1:46 to go in the game. And in this second half, they've shot the ball unbelievably well. The Tornadoes have really struggled from the field.
Oh, they have. And then you mentioned the rebounds. It's now 40-29, the advantage in favor of Shakopee. And of those 40, 29 have come on the defensive boards. And that means one and done. The block shots as well. And you mentioned hitting those outside shots, their shooting percentage.
Tornadoes have from Radke into the front court. He'll drive on the left side, put up a shot, no. But he draws the foul, and Radke will go to the line, just a sophomore.
Well, the tough thing about it, Steve, too, as well, they're hitting the threes now, but right now they're outscoring Anoka in the paint 40-20.
Tornadoes move to the consolation semifinals. And that'll be tomorrow over at Concordia St. Paul. And they will take on the Moorhead Spuds. That is a noon game tomorrow over at Concordia.
That's a quick turnaround. A game that, it's been in that paint. The bigger size and longer, really.
That one knocked out of bounds. Went off to Masang for the Tornadoes. Sabres hang on to it. They lead at 80-52. They'll go to 24-5. They'll play Wayzata at Williams Arena Thursday night in the semifinal. Quick three in the corner. Off no good. Rebounded, batted to the outside by Colton Johnson. Sabres get it back right down the lane. Scoop shot put up. That falls out of there, but the follow is knocked down. That's Andrew McGee with the bucket.
More points in the paint for Shakopee.
Tornadoes down in the corner. 3-ball. Johnson out of there. Rebound Sabres. They'll bring it up the floor. Blake Menden into the front court. And now we get another sub in as Andrew McGee goes to the bench.
But, you look and you say, okay, hey, Anoka as well has some height, and they do, but mostly at about 6'3", 6'4". Shakopee, on the program it says 6'5", but they're so much longer. It seems like the actual reach, everything else has at least a 2-3 advantage, and that's been really the difference with points in the paint right now at 42-20 in favor of Shakopee. And then, hey, one and done, like we said, for those offensive or for those rebounds as well, as they have now 30 defensive rebounds, which means a lot of one and dones. And then you put the pressure that you have to play on defense to try and contain.
Driving down the lane, getting the bucket and one for the Sabres. That was an impressive drive for Daniel Chua. And it's 84-52, 45.3 to go. It was 39-31 at the half. Tornadoes just early in this half couldn't make shots to hang in there and eventually ran out of gas.
Sometimes you just got those legs. You got to have those legs, and especially when you're shooting those threes, a significant part of that shot. And when you've been forced to play that defense, that repetitively time and time each possession, I think the legs kind of left him on those three-point shots. When you look at Podani, first time this season, he has scored in double figures, Podani, every game this season, but he has not been held scoreless in the second half of any game. He has here this afternoon against Shakopee.
And he had some good looks, just didn't make the shots. 85-52, 30 seconds to go. Sabres the ball. And what about the senior group for the Tornadoes? The continuity and what they've done over the years to get this program back to state for the first time in over 30 years.
You said about this team, that's exactly what they've been. A collaborative, close team. Most of them playing on the football team that advanced to the semi-state tournament for football, but a very tight, cohesive crew. Tough loss for them today, but certainly outstanding season for Anoka. They'll get a chance to, maybe it's the best thing to play early tomorrow to get this one off your mental hard drive, but a great season for Anoka. But a Shakopee team that will now make it 17 straight wins.
Game is not over. Tornadoes are going to need to inbound down 85-52. So we'll set the pairings, recap the scoring before we say goodbye here at Target Center. Tornadoes to inbound it one more time.
Borchers, by the way, was 15. Of course, he was a part of that 1,000-point club as well. But he'll lead the team in scoring with that 15. But Podani, again, he had 12, 8 rebounds, and about 5 assists as well.
Yep, Danny all 12 in the first half. And
they put a second up.
Yeah, so 1 second, Tornadoes inbound it. They do get it in, and that is the ball game. The Shakopee Sabres, the number 3 seed, defeat the number 6 seed Anoka Tornadoes 85-52. Shakopee advances to the semifinals. They'll play Wayzata Thursday night at 8 at Williams Arena. And the other semifinal is set already. Creighton-Durham Hall will meet Maple Grove in the 6 o'clock game. The Tornadoes play tomorrow, and they will get the Moorhead Spuds. And that game begins at noon over at Concordia St. Paul and the Gangelhoff Center. But Shakopee showed why they're the number 3 seed and why they went 23-5 coming into this game today, playing in the rugged South Suburban. They are a good team. They got a big guy inside, but boy, I tell you, you got Luke Worley and Isaac Cordes on the perimeter. They are a handful.
Well, and you know what? Truly, what happened to Shakopee coming out at halftime of the second half, they just hit that next gear. An unbelievable push in that second half, and scoring from all around the perimeter. In fact, one of their scorers was Cordes with 12 at half, didn't score in the second half. But Worley certainly assisted. He ended up with 25, but they got scoring from the Schroeder brothers, each with at least double digits and that much more. And of course, a lot of those offensive rebounds, scoring in the paint. They outscored Anoka 44-20 in the paint, and they just truly hit that next gear. And you see why now they've been able to put together and stack 17 straight wins and 20 of their last 20 of 22 wins, and they're hitting it well. Now moved to 24-5 in the semifinals.
Well, Joe, it's always fun to work with you. A big thanks to Ryan Mush here at Target Center and the crew back in the studios at QCTV. And for those of you tuning into this audio-only telecast here today, once again, state quarterfinals. It was Shakopee defeating Anoka today. The final 85-52. It's been a great winter sports season. And, well, spring sports coming up. We got boys volleyball. We got boys and girls lacrosse, softball, baseball coming up here on QCTV. And we invite you to tune in for that. Once again, a big thanks to our friends with the Minnesota State High School League, led by Tim Layton. Big thanks to everyone here at Target Center. And once again, most of all, thanks to you for tuning in. Once again, our final score, State 4A quarterfinals from Target Center today. The Shakopee Sabres defeat the Anoka Tornadoes 85-52. Have a good evening.